Good morning, everyone. This is Diane. I have my second two strawberry journals completed, and they are already claimed by some customers. If for some reason they change their minds and don't pick them up, I will come back with another video and let you know. So I'm going to do a flip through of these, but first of all, I'm not sure what day this video is going to be up, but on Thursday, there was a video showing postcards and things from my flea market haul, and there were two kinds of postcards that I didn't have with me to show. I neglected to show them. One is miscellaneous. Actually, I have two sets of miscellaneous, but one of them has already been sold just from the pictures that were on the listing. So the miscellaneous sets are just what they say. There's some reproductions of vintage and just miscellaneous. This one, just some people camping. Looks like it's from the 60s. It's supposed to be a funny one, I guess. Beautiful glass. So as of right now, there's still one of these sets available, but this video will go up several days from now. This one's funny. There's some boots sticking out of the hay bale. Where's that darn needle anyway? So this may be gone by the time the video goes up, but I wanted to show it to you. And the other one were these extra long postcards. I don't know how many are in here, but there are a few duplicates. There's this one that has a duplicate, and it's written on. It's 1975. That one's not written on. There's that one. From the Niagara Falls Museum, the Daredevil Hall of Fame. This is one that has this, it's perforated, and this was a miniature of this one, so you could send this one and keep that one. That's what it says to do on the back, which I thought was really cool. Some of these are advertisements for hotels, but they're vintage. This one is from Intercourse, Pennsylvania, which is in Amish. It is an Amish village near Lancaster. Red Caboose restaurant in Lancaster County. There are two of these. The CN Tower in Toronto. That's near Niagara Falls. Well, no, it's not. It's in Toronto. I saw this. I went to Toronto to see the Phantom of the Opera, so I saw that. There are three of this one, Oceanfront Villas in Daytona Beach, Florida. And these two aren't postcards, but I stuck them in here because they're vintage. The advertisements that you pick up in the hotels and visitor centers and things. Holiday Inn in North Carolina and the St. Augustine Alligator Farm. So those are the extra large postcards, extra long postcards. Enough of that. Let's get to the strawberry journals. So I have two strawberry journals because my friend Donna sent me some strawberry ephemera to use in journals. And before I get into the journals, let me just show the purchasers of these journals, which they're already spoken for, as I said, will receive a packet of extras. So I just have some pieces of the ribbon that I use with the strawberry shortcake characters. They'll get some of that. Some of my scraps, just a few little tidbits, some labels, a couple of little daisy trim things. These lace pieces, paper lace pieces, some tags, and then scraps of paper that I used, and some of the fabric that was left over. So I'm gonna split that up between the two journals. Now, let's get into the book. We'll start with the big one. This one is 7 by 10 1/4. It's just a bright pink cover, which I thought was really pretty, and I love the size for this journal. Donna had sent me this Kool-Aid dyed crochet doily and this piece of fabric with strawberries on it, so I used them to decorate the cover. I added a piece of pink and white polka dot fabric to the spine and this little bit of lace, and then I sewed these buttons on the spine on the first and third signatures. And I love the colors. I love this pink and green color scheme. And then Donna sent me 3 of these labels, so 2 of them got put on as the book plate at the front. I did a video, there's muslin on the inside here, and a piece of scrapbook paper. I did a video showing the collaging here on the front pages. It's just a tag cut with a ledger cardstock, and then I just collaged a bunch of stuff on there and made this tag with a colored index card. And these strawberry cards are from Far Mirage, and I will link that shop. So I just made a tag with that. This is a strawberry shortcake storybook, and I love that gingham flyleaf. So there's the flyleaf, the front page. I used some scrapbook paper. I used some, Donna sent me Kool-Aid dyed paper, and I had some other pink paper. I used vintage lace, and you'll see everything that I used. This is, I told you in a previous video, from a very old children's activity book where they could cut things out and make things with them. This was to make a place card. I think there were matching napkin rings they could make, but they were very fragile. So I just made a copy. I had made copies of them a long time ago, so I cut them out and just used a few of those to decorate throughout the books. Also, I had a stack of these type of things, these strips, where I had just punched out little hearts and sewn them to some craft paper. And I also had strips where I had punched the hearts out, and some strips where I border punched the cardstock and punched the hearts out. So I had all of these strips, and this is what's left because I decorated quite a few pages with these types of things. I do have some strawberry decorative paper from a digital shop, and I can't remember the name right off, but I will link it below. Very gorgeous papers. And on the backs I used coffee dyed and avocado dyed papers from their digitals from Tailor Made Journals, where she had put doilies on them, made the doily effect on them. So that's 3 digitals I have to link, and I'll try to remember. I've been not very good about remembering to link things that I said I would. I'll link where I got these cards and this paper and this paper. Here's a piece of the strawberry shortcake ribbon. I just sewed it down. This is a stiff ribbon that was to be used for making wreaths and things like that. It said it was water resistant or weather resistant or something. Green ledger, and this is a vintage strawberry label for when you're freezing and canning and making jams and stuff like that. These are 2 fabrics from Donna, and I made a pretty fabric flip with that with a little piece of lace on top. Here's one of my punch out. Pink typing paper. This is a pink wrapping paper. It was on a roll, so you can see where it was rolled up, but it's got this texture to it. It's really pretty, and I've had it for a long time, and I cut it up. I cut it off the roll and cut it into pieces so that I would be more prone to use it. I'm so sorry. I'm always apologizing for my hoarse voice anymore. But it is allergy season. Let me get a drink here. This is a photograph that Donna took after she made her jams. Beautiful, beautiful photograph. Vibrant colors. her red canisters behind. They're just perfect, and you'll see the rest of the picture on the other side. I did a little stamping in the corners. I used a scrap of the scrapbook paper, and I punched this. I had one sheet of the decorative paper extra, so I punched a few of those label type of things out and decorated with them. I also have a video showing the making of these tags with some doilies and some more of the strawberry cards. Here's the other side of Donna's photo with the fresh strawberries, and you get a glimpse of her bowl with the strawberries in there, all cut up and juicy and looking yummy. Just really great photos. And there's another photo. She sent me two, and she had them all blown up like this. So the other one is in the other journal. There's a strip of my hearts. Another vintage strawberry label. There's a piece of the strawberry shortcake ribbon on the piece of gingham. And then Donna sent me this piece of fabric, and I made another pocket and sewed a gingham ribbon and a little piece of lace. There's a vintage label up here. I think that one's, no, that's a printable. And I made a journaling card out of one of these cards that you see behind the Hallmark cards in the Hallmark display. There's a certain type of card, one little subset of Hallmark cards that have this type of backer. We call them PID, pocket identifier. And I love this. So I grab them when I can before they get thrown out, but we don't have a lot of them. So anyway, I did a collage on that to make a journaling card. Here's the other side of that strawberry shortcake page. Looks like the naughty birds are eating the berries. And there's strawberry shortcake and her friends watching in horror. There's a little tag that Donna sent me with a butterfly on it. Beautiful. I just stapled it to the flap. Here's another one of the collages. And this one just has circles on it. She sent me this pink lace, and I had this scrap of linen with a hem in it. Made a cluster or a flip with that. There's some punched out hearts. Here is the end of the spool for that stiff strawberry shortcake ribbon. I just put some daisy trim over the barcode. That's vintage daisy trim. This stripe paper came with the strawberry decorative paper. Came with this stuff. Here's another piece of wrapping paper that's got some texture to it. This one is vintage. The other one wasn't, although I've had it for a while. There's another large tag that I collaged on. I love the colors of the fibers in here. Another piece of fabric with some ribbon. Donna sent me both the ribbon and the fabric. This one has a little piece of that daisy trim on the collage. And there's a little digital ticket, shabby chic ticket, stapled on that flap. And another cluster. There's another piece from that coloring book. A little Tim Holtz boy sitting on this coupon that I stamped. This one has big hearts on it. This is a really pretty vintage crochet trim. Some vintage wrapping paper. And a strawberry recipe card that Donna sent. I just clipped it on here with a rose gold teardrop paper clip. There's another collage. And Donna sent me this fiber with the pink and the red. I added the green to it. There's another piece of ribbon and a little scrap from the gingham. And Donna sent me this red doily, and I backed it with muslin, and I put this little piece of a vintage crochet doily on it and fussy cut that little strawberry out of the fabric that she sent and made another collage card. These are stamps up here, by the way. I stamped them on paper and cut them out and glued them on to cover up the word that was up there. There's another digital ticket on the flap. Okay, here comes my favorite page in the whole book. I love this page. So these are coin envelopes that I turned on the side, slit the top, cut a thumb hole out, and the flap is sealed shut on the other side. And I inked all around them and then used my Tim Holtz Field Notes stamp set on them and then added the little strawberry cards. Love that. And then another thing that Donna sent me that matches the book plate and the recipe card is this little piece of stationery in the envelope. So I glued it to the back. It is open. You could, well, I wonder if these are too small. Yeah. I'm gonna put another, I have extra of those. No, I think it looks better with just one. I'll just send along the extras. You can do what you want with them. This is a stamped label that I cut out and glued on there. And then on the inside flap of the envelope, I put my signature stamp. So there's one. And then the other one was made with a vintage library book, and it was the biography of Lillian Russell, the actress who I think began in the 1800s, late 1800s. I read the book before I took it apart, but I thought the colors worked really well with the strawberry theme with these greens and pinks. And there was something really sticky here, like from a label, a sticker or something, and there was nothing else on the cover. There was no title on the cover, but I couldn't get that off, so I just glued that on, and I think it just really sparks it and makes it look really pretty. I love this vintage green and white stripe. Love the color of it, and it's a vintage, really nice quality fabric, and this is a vintage rickrack. And again, we have buttons. Now some of these buttons came in a little container from Stampin' Up. They used to, I don't know if they still do, but they used to sell little sets of coordinated buttons to match their color palettes. And I never bought them because they were a bit pricey, but I must have gotten this one at a yard sale, or somebody gave it to me. But so some of these buttons are from that, but some are vintage. This one is vintage. Look at that oval one. That one's vintage. I think these two came from Stampin' Up. I don't remember. This one's vintage, I know. This one's vintage, and this one is, and this one is, and this one. And I don't remember the rest, but some of these really cute ones, they came with the Stampin' Up set. Again, we have the book plate there, a collage here, pages of the Strawberry Shortcake book. Here's the other. Donna made the Kool-Aid dyed paper that was in the first book I showed, and I thought I only had 3 sheets of it, so I pulled out some of these. And then after I had these cut, I found 3 more sheets of Kool-Aid dyed paper that Donna had sent, so I'll just tuck that aside for another journal. Here's the envelope with the stationery sheet inside. It wouldn't fit on the back cover of this one, so I clipped it here with a green teardrop paper clip, and I added a different type of pocket to the back, as you will see. Donna sent me this fabric, which I love. There's vintage wrapping paper. Stamp in the corners here. Here's the other photograph that Donna took. I did cover up part of it with this pocket, but look, I just want to pick one up and eat it. It looks so good. I do have some strawberries in my fridge, but they're not, you know, the local homegrown ones. But they're good. Yesterday I had a big bowl of cut up strawberries with some blueberries and green grapes thrown in. That was a yummy bowl. And these are fibers that Donna sent. I didn't have that nice gingham page on the back of one of these signatures. The books are slightly different just because of the size and the types of book pages that I got to use. But I did a smaller version of it here and did a little bit of stamping on the page itself. This is a label that I cut out and glued on because the stamp messed up when I stamped it on the page. Here's the vintage label. Here's the copy of the piece of coloring book. Here's Strawberry Shortcake. Both books got a piece of this part of the ribbon to make sure you got her, but then there's a couple other characters too. These books were really fun to make. Here's a tag we made in a video where it was just a colored index card, and I used eyelets to attach a piece of muslin as a tab. This is the one I did on the video, and I did struggle with it a little, so I want to let you know that I just put a little glue on both sides of the card and to hold the fabric in place, and then let it dry, and then I did the punching with the eyelets, and it worked a lot better. I put a little piece of that vintage daisy trim on that one. There's Strawberry Shortcake again on a piece of that fabric pocket. Love those 2 little boys with their hair parted and slicked down, and they're holding hands. They're so cute. There's a vintage label there. And here's the other end of that spool of ribbon. Oh, I forgot to, I'll have to glue some of those daisies on that barcode. This is part of the strawberry digital paper. And Donna sent me this along with that, and I just made a flip out of it. This is vintage gift wrap. This one has pink eyelets. And the pink lace Donna sent me, I backed that with muslin. Each of these collages has a Tim Holtz kid or kids on it. This pretty crocheted trim has a ribbon threaded through it. There's that textured wallpaper or wrapping paper. And then the strawberry recipe card. Lots of fun stuff. Beautiful colors. This is a journal to make you feel happy when you look at it. And so this is the other envelope that I put in the back of this since the other one was too big. I left it open so you could tuck something in if you want to, or you could just stick some glue back here and glue it down if you prefer. And I just cut a colored index card down to size and rounded the corners, put my signature on the back, and you can journal on this side. Love these journals. I had so much fun making them. Thank you so much, Donna, for the gorgeous things that you sent me that inspired these beautiful journals. And thank you to the two ladies who requested them. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, sorry. As soon as I said that I was making these, I had requests for them. So the next set of journals that I'm going to make, I'm hoping to make 3 with vintage covers, and you're gonna love the covers. I'm sorry, my window's open, somebody's mowing, but we're almost done. So the next set I'm not gonna reserve. I have 3, hopefully, that I'll get done, and I'll just put them in my shop with no reservations. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate all of your kind support, your kind comments. Please leave a comment. What do you like best about these strawberry journals? I just, there's so many aspects of these journals I love, besides the fact that I just love strawberries. All right, thanks for watching. Leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.